Hello everyone, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Self-Care Sunday. For those of you that are new to my channel, I started doing Self-Care Sunday the second or third week in January. I had a very rough 2022 and yeah, I just needed to reset. I needed to focus on myself and taking care of myself. So I started doing, I decided that I know lots of people choose a word for the year, and I did. I chose less, but I feel like less is more around, I don't really know how to describe it, but it was more like around, I just felt like I was focused on everyone else and not myself. So I guess less, just, just less focusing on others. I mean, it sounds kind of selfish when I say it like that, but like I said, I've had a rough few years actually, and I just needed to do a reset and doing a self-care I plan to do it for the whole year. I needed it, and I'm, like I said, it's the first part of April, and I can already feel some benefits from the little things that I've been doing. So January through March, I kind of did just a random, whatever Sunday, whatever I felt was coming up for me. I just kind of addressed it, and then I decided that I wanted to dig a little deeper into a few of the things that I did. So I decided to make a theme for the month. And this month in April is affirmations. And I also decided on April 1st to start doing a daily affirmation in my as a short. So every day for the rest of the year, I'm going to do a daily affirmation. I might miss a day or two here or there, but my plan is to share an affirmation every single day. And I would like you to, listen to the affirmation, and if it's something that sparks something inside of you, I would like you to write down that daily affirmation and repeat it to yourself. If you hear it and it doesn't excite you and it doesn't resonate with you, then just wait till the next one. At some point during this year, you will find something that that lights you up. So that's kind of just a backstory on Self-Care Sunday and why I'm doing it. And I did want to, I haven't really talked about the daily affirmation. I just kind of decided to do that at the last minute. So I haven't really talked about it too much. So yeah. So last week we started this month of affirmations with making a list. So I'm using this book, The Power of Affirmations, and I'm kind of using it as my guide. So last week, the prompt was to write down keywords of how you would like to feel based on these headings that I'm kind of boxing in right here. So we did that. If you haven't done that yet, you might want to go back and watch that video, or some might come to you while you're watching this. So for wealth and abundance on camera, and even really still now, I am blessed. My husband and I have worked really hard for our entire lives, and we have accumulated wealth. I have so much abundance in my life that I don't know that I need affirmations to improve that. Although I would like to maybe bring some more joy and confidence. But then that's a heading down here, happiness and confidence. So, yeah, it's really hard for me. You know, yeah. And then health and well-being. I had motion, nature, sleep, strong, happiness and confidence. I had creative expression, expansion, strength, love and relationships. I kind of I kind of got off the feel, like how I would like to feel about these things, when I was writing them on camera. So off camera, I did safe, happy, content. Um, and then um, success and career. I am retired, but there's always room for success and, maybe growing in my creativity and that kind of thing. So, so these are my keywords. So what I'm going to do now is, um, let's see, how do I want to do this? Yeah, I think I'll just start. I'm going to pull this out of here so I can reference it. We're going to write a couple of affirmations based on these. And this book is really good because it talks about how an affirmation for me that really resonates with me might not resonate with you. And so you need to edit and put words in it that actually prompts a feeling in you, like something that you're like, oh yes, that's it right there. And so we're going to do that with a few of these. And because I've started in April, I've started to do more movement of my body. I've kind of let that go. I walk my dog occasionally and things like that. When we're out and about, I'm walking and moving when we go to the beach, that kind of stuff. But I wanted to do something more regular. And so, what I might write for that is so I so I'm going with the motion part of these words here. Let's see. I move my body every day. Okay, that's fine, but there's nothing interesting about that. Like if I was like being really nitpicky or if I was irritated or something and I'm saying this, I was like, yeah, I move my body every day. I go up and down the stairs, I do my laundry, I fold clothes so I could be kind of cynical about that. So then I would so this does not excite me and this affirmation probably would not work for me and I probably would not even say it over and over. So I'm going to expand on it a little bit to be so let's see. I move my body let's see. I move my body in the healthiest way possible. Okay, so I move my body in the healthiest way possible. That's better. Um, hmm. So I this is good, but I don't like love it. So I'm gonna try to. Oh gosh, this is hard to do on camera. Okay, how about this? I move. So I'm just okay. So in the healthiest way possible. So I'm trying to think. Why is it that I want to move my body? Like, why is that important to me? Well, I want to be, I want to have better balance. I want to strengthen my core. I want to um, strengthen my bones. So I might change that to be something like I move my body for health and well-being. Okay, so I move my body for health and well-being. Okay, I can get behind that. So, um, I try very hard to be body positive. Body positivity, I feel, is really important because we can be um, we can be in amazing shape, like health wise, and have a body that when people look at us from the outside might say, "Oh God, they're so unhealthy," or "Oh God, that's so gross," or whatever. And I try to and I haven't done this my whole life. This is something new to me in the last, probably 4 or 5 years, but I try to accept my body as it is, knowing that there are improvements I can do to it, like the things that I talked about, which is having better balance because, I'm 60 now. If I don't do something to strengthen my core, I could fall down and break my hip. So I'm not looking at this from a um, uh, aesthetic. So I'm not I'm not trying to lose weight to look a certain way. I am trying to strengthen my body. So so this really resonates with me. So I move my body for health and well-being. I'm going to say for my health and well-being. Okay. So that makes it more mine. I move my body for my health and well-being. Okay, I like that. That's good. So let's just do one more. And oh gosh. So, one thing that came up for me over the past few years is feeling safe in my home and, um, with the people that I have relationships with. Safety has come up quite a bit. And so this is something that I have been working on pretty consistently since late fall, early winter. And so I felt like I really wanted to write an affirmation around this. So, um, so for example, um, so this is motion. I'm going to put that up here. This is safe. So I I feel safe in my relationships. Um, this is not always true, so this does not work for me. This is something that I would subconsciously resist this. So I need to change this up a little bit. I feel like I need to be more proactive in my safety. Um, so I might say I am careful I am careful with who I have relationships with. Okay. Again, it's okay. Um, not loving it. And so this is what I have had to learn how to do. Um, and I know not all of you are going to resonate with this, but I set boundaries to, I always forget, is it insure or insure or insure? I can never remember how to use that word. I set boundaries to ensure I have safe, healthy relationships. Okay, so this is one thing that I have had to learn how to do is to set boundaries. So if I use that as part of my affirmation, then I remember that it's okay for me to say no. It's perfectly okay to not be around people that I do not feel safe with. And I've really had to learn that. So I set boundaries to ensure I have have safe, healthy relationships. Okay. So that's kind of how you might write your own based on the keywords that um, wrote down from last week's prompt. So this week's prompt is to write. I would like you to write at least one, um, and I kind of went through what I would do if like I move my body every day and I feel safe in my relationships. Those I wrote those knowing that that is not an affirmation that would work for me. You might be able to write your affirmation um, well the first time because I was doing this as a way to kind of teach you and show you how you might change the wording to get it to be more in line with what you um, need to feel in order to make this affirmation become real. Um, so let's I just wanted to look at a couple of these in the book that really resonate with me. Um, um, so this is an affirmation for strength. I had strong strength under happiness and confidence. So my past experiences have made me the strong person I am today. Um, I would change this even a little bit because I'm trying not to focus on my past. I'm trying to move forward from where I was and kind of where I've been sitting for far too long. So I would change this to just my experiences have made me the strong person I am today. So all I did was take out the word past because my past has a very negative connotation to it. So I want to not have that reminder when I'm saying these affirmations. Okay. So there's an example of taking an already written affirmation and changing it to work better for me. So let's look at another one. Okay, so this is an affirmation for wisdom, but I also um, I I kind of think of this as like to me I am trying to build my intuition, and so opening my heart to the wisdom and love of the universe, I believe, is the way um, to let my intuition work. So this is just one I'm sharing with you that I I like this one a lot, and I would use this one just the way it is. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that. And then let's see what else is there. Oh, this is another thing I've been working on, which is very hard for me. Forgiveness. And I love this because it's not getting really specific. It's by forgiving myself and others, I set myself free. This is a really, really strong affirmation for me. And I'm going to work on this one all this week. This is the one that I am choosing to say, 100 times a day. like we talked about last week, the importance of repetition. Um, yeah. Okay, cool. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about, and I just mentioned it briefly, is that you need to be, once you get an affirmation that's really strong and really, really resonates with you, whether you find one online, or you already have a book of affirmations, or it's one I said here, or any, whatever the affirmation is, um, you need to you need to take that affirmation and really hyper focus on it. So, say it multiple. She, in her book, she said hundreds. You should be saying it hundreds of times a day. So, I'm just suggesting, if you haven't used affirmations before, or if you've used them in the past and they haven't worked for you, my suggestion is to say them 10 to 20 times when you wake up in the morning, 10 to 20 times as you're going to sleep at night, 10 to 20 times before you eat a meal, 10 to 20 times before you pick up your phone to scroll through socials, um, 10 to 20 times before you play a game on your phone, before you watch a show or a movie. um, make it make it be part of your routine and something that you say every single day. So mine's going to be, by forgiving myself and others, I set myself free. um, this is a really powerful one for me right at the moment. And once, kind of, I, um, I'm not really, I'll share in the next video, because right now we're just starting to say these, but at some point you will know when you can, um, maybe stop saying it 100 times a day. But you need to do it for a few days. I challenge you to do it all week. So find your affirmation today on this Sunday and just work with it all week long. I'd be curious to, yeah, see how that goes. And to kind of change it up a little bit, you could even write it. Um, you could record your voice saying it, and then you can listen through your headphones. um, you could, next week, we're actually going to make a collage based on one of the affirmations that you've been saying. So, yeah, so there's all kinds of really fun things to do to help you with this affirmation. And I just have just a few words of caution. I would pick one for this week, one affirmation. um, the the instinct, I think, is to I'm going to do one from every category, that we talked about. Where'd it go? Here it is. That we talked about here. I would say, just if you're just beginning, just focus on one, because I think failure happens, or the affirmation doesn't work quite as well or as quickly as you want it to, because you're trying to do too much too fast. So, yeah, try to just stick with one for this week. And yeah, that's all I have. Um, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions or need any clarification, don't hesitate to put it in the comments. And yeah, have fun with your affirmation writing this week. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, be good to yourself.